Hi, my name is Andre King, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what are reptilians. Now, reptilians are basically fourth dimensional entities, but primarily what they're here for is to feed off human negative emotions and really positive emotions, because there's a positive spectrum to it. And that's what the Matrix is basically negative and positive emotions. But in reality, the negative and positive emotions that we experience are constructed and programmed by these reptilians. So they're more like synthetic emotions, and well, how they do that is they have fourth dimensional technology set up around really set up in for this entire dimension. And what it does, it has everyone hooked to this their what I like to call their internet or Wi-Fi system, to where like they can pretty much manipulate everybody at once, which is this. They have a name for it. It's called the hive minds, and they use it for all their energy extractions. So a lot of people think that just because they die, or like you commit suicide or anything, or try to escape this world, you get off scot free. But actually, that's not the case. In reality, you have to, in order to get off, in order to get out of this matrix system, you have to ascend through it. Because if you die, that's you go to the fourth dimension, and that's where they can snatch up your spirit body and reincarnate you, reinstate you back in here. And they have their technology extends that far. They have that much. They're this advanced. They can literally alter life and death. So yeah. So in order for us to fully escape their grasp, is to go to ascend to higher dimensions, like the fifth and plus, because that's where they cannot touch us. That's where we are invisible, and that's where we are connected to our higher selves that is beyond the matrix. Because right now, the aspect of me that I'm using to communicate with you all uh I'm using my earthly self, my third dimensional aspect of me. So yeah, and these entities pretty much are manifested in anybody and everybody. So there are no bias. There's no uh there is an Illuminati, and on this third dimensional level, yeah, there is the conspiracy. But if you go to higher planes, the higher levels, you'll see that everyone's under this reptilian spell. And that's how pretty much the powers that be. That's how the Illuminati got all their power in the first place. They target and they act and they pick specific people in order to uh progress their agenda. And the way they choose the people is the people who have the most who basically are the most sleep, who basically can follow orders more than the next person. And those are primarily people they target. And there's another type of person that they target, are the negative people, the people who have too much ego, people who have these super huge egos, and they think they're dominant, they run everything and stuff like that. That's another uh program that they use. So in order to free yourself and get out their grasp, is one, to be aware of yourself at all times, to not lose yourself in this matrix system, because you are not just your physical form. It extends much further than that. And as long as you're stuck in the five senses, you're completely vulnerable to attack, and they'll just go to town on you, man, and you won't even be like aware of it. You just think my life is hell, or you'll. I mean, some people, they enjoy their little matriarchal prison, but at the end of the day, sometime in your life you're gonna question, or you're gonna feel like you haven't achieved, or you haven't had, or you're not gonna feel satisfied. At the end of the day, no one, I don't believe anyone is completely satisfied with their lives. I think if they are, I feel like they're either lying, or they're just that caught in this, hypnotic trance. And yeah, so yeah, that's basically how these reptilians get us. I mean, keep us trapped and held down within this lower, within the third dimensions, is through all these programmings. They use all these technologies, and they're literally swarming around us. There are lots of them. There are plenty of reptilians, plenty grays, all around us, and they operate on these higher frequencies that we cannot detect. Well, we can detect them once we start to awaken more, but that's further, further into your to the ascension process. But yeah, so upon awakening, you're definitely gonna start seeing them. Mainly you will probably see grays because grays are the first level to it, and the reptilians mainly, well, the archons, the higher reptilians, they mainly operate in on much higher frequencies than the grays do. So you're gonna have to go even further beyond that. So you're gonna see a lot of traumatic stuff. You're gonna see a lot of weird things going on that you didn't never see before. You'd be like, because it was all firewalled out of your mind. You couldn't see, you couldn't detect it because you weren't aware enough. So yeah, these entities are all around us. They can be seen, they can be touched. They are indeed real, and there's a lot more going on than what we are actually seeing. There are particular people, particular entities that even people that we cannot see that are around us too as well, and um that's that's another thing that I have seen during my awakening. Because it's a lot more things going on with this conspiracy than what meets the eye, and that's the scary part about it. Because unless you're at a certain level of awakening, you won't be able to do anything literally to the matrix, because you can protest all you want, you can talk all you want, but at the end of the day, you won't be able to do really much of anything against these entities if you really want to ascend out of here. But yeah, the real battle is going on the higher frequencies. So I suggest that you figure out a way in order to get to those higher frequencies, which I will be going over a way because I know a few particular ways to reach those levels, but I'll probably be going over there in the next video. And yeah, so these draconians, yeah, they thrive off negative emotions and positive emotions, and the way out is to basically really be your natural self. And sometimes that doesn't work all the way, and you need to take extra measures in order to reach that goal. But uh yeah, so yeah, these entities are really, really powerful. They exist beyond time. They can pretty much do damn near whatever they want. But it's only to a certain limit, because if they could do exactly whatever they want, they would have had us under complete 100% hypnosis. But that's impossible because we are actually um come from higher realms than the reptilians themselves, because we actually were more in tune with the natural order. And what they did was they came here, they offered us technology and this and that, and we were just like on earth we were still like in nursery with, like, we were still like in tune with the earth. We were still like going down our natural path. But until these entities came along and they started manipulating us, and um, we just fell for it. And ever since then, they just been going to town on us, and they've been dragging us down to lower and lower frequencies. Um, they killed us many times. They did everything they done. They doing everything they can to keep us suppressed, man, for as long as they possibly can. But in reality, I feel like eventually it's gonna have to come to an end. And yeah, these entities, they are draconian, I believe, because well, they might appear to other people in different forms, but primarily what they are pretty much energetically there are aliens. These are draconians. These are um demons or higher dimensional beings, if you want to call it that. And why these entities in particular, I have no clue. I just feel like that's how this particular energy manifests itself. Because in reality, it's some type of AI that is set up, artificial intelligence, and yeah, that's basically what these entities really are. And and we're not gonna, fight them with our own technology. We're gonna have to use our natural selves. That's the only way to do it. And in order to do that, you're gonna have to deprogram yourself a lot. There are many layers to the programs that each and every individual have. So we're gonna have to do some mad deep programming if you want to even have a chance against these entities, because they're just going to town right now, man. And we need to hurry up before they start harvesting and they start uh taking people off to these other realms and stuff like that, so they can vampire off them more. But yeah, I think we're on the edge of the end times, which is we're basically at the end of the age of Pisces, going into the age of Aquarius. So there's going to have to be another major event to take place, whether it be um because there's only, I think, approximately 150 years left or 100 years left of the age of Pisces. So maybe within the next, it might not happen within the next hundreds of years. It could happen in no our lifetime, but within the next 100 to 150 years, there's going to be a major events occurring in order to usher in this new age with these reptilians and draconians are trying to create. So yeah, I advise people to get really aware, and you know um just become like their true self in order to combat these entities, because that's the only way you're going to be able to have a fighting chance. Otherwise, they'll just go to town on you, man. And there's no other way to say it, because that's just how they're pure evil, man. Like, even beyond that, they're so sinister, dude. Like, you know, like the stuff we do here is baby compared to what they can do. And I just wanted to say that. So yeah, that's my video on what are reptilians and how they operate. And like, comment, subscribe, and thank you.